Okay, and I'm back. Yes, I think. Did I do the thing? I did the thing, right? I need to check if I did. Did I did the thing? Dang technical issues making everything scuffed. I always do this. Let's see. I don't even know how I would tell if I did the thing. I think I did the thing. I should have done the thing. The thing I'm speaking of is after I changed my stream information. I'm pretty sure I pressed done after it to lock in said settings. Anyways, I should be getting Asheron's Call booted up rather than monologuing about stream information and all that stuff that you guys probably don't care about. So first I need to boot up the world. I need to open Thwarg launcher and get that all set up. Oh, and I need to not have it just show my screen, but have it show what it's supposed to be showing, which is the game window. So let's see here. Okay, the server's up. Can launch into the game. Get rid of that. Okay. And then if we go to game and then do turn on window capture, turn off display capture. There we go. Okay. The scuff has officially hopefully maybe ended. And we are on to just playing Asheron's Call. Which is sad because I was kind of looking forward to playing some Dark Souls 3, but evidently it is not in the cards for me. Okay. Oh, and I decided that last time I was saying that I would probably try to be getting the Ulthoi armor, but it turns out that probably wouldn't be a great idea because I was okay, my head was basically still like a decade ago, back when you know, Ulthoi armor was some of the best stuff you could get in the early levels, but now we have the Explorer armor, and I realize that since I can actually kill the Tuskers, I might as well just, you know, go kill Tuskers. But I do need to get my base 2 anti-combat skill higher, so we're gonna just throw all our points into that. Because we need to. It costs a lot, though. Okay. Now, let's see. What is our current fire weapon? It's this one. It's not great. I think it would be best just to use the piercing weapon as of now. So, we're gonna go to the facility hub, head back to the Tusker barracks, and we're gonna kill literally 500 Tuskers. Because that's what this whole stream's gonna be about. That's essentially the plan for this stream. Is completing the single most, you know, numerous kill task in the entire game. It'll be fine. Because, I mean, I think there's a kill task to kill 250 Ulthoi Rippers. But this is the only quest in the game that I know of that tells you to kill 500 of an enemy. So we'll try that. And as we go along, we will hopefully find... Ow. Yeah, these enemies can actually hit me. So this will be a harrowing journey until we get some lucky gold letters. Because that's the plan. We kill the enemies, we get the gold letters, we get the seasoned explorer armor, and then we'll be overpowered. And that'll be that. They evade me a lot. Like a lot. Just hit him. There you go. Please get unbalancing glow. Okay, he's just dead. Okay. No unbalancing glow for us. And balancing glow. And a crit. And there we go. Blinding and traumatic blow. Ow. Doesn't stop him from critting me, though. Hey! Double crits. Easy game. So yeah, I have no idea what was the issue earlier with my streaming software, just being very rude, not letting me do my thing. I'll definitely need to look into that a bit, figure out exactly what went wrong and how to stop it from winting wrong again. You know, we've always wondered if there's a difference between attacking high, medium, or low when it comes to the amount of damage you do. Because it always seems like if you attack low, you do more damage to Tuskers. But that could just be pure coincidence. I mean, it's probably pure coincidence, but I'm not so certain about it. Because, yeah, when we're attacking low, we hit for like 90, 80 damage, and now we do 30 to 50 damage. How does that make sense? Is that just... It can't just be differences in, you know, attack variation, because it happens every time. Ow. Alright, we're gonna need to rest, get some stamina back. It's a one-handed axe. Huh. Not that I really need a new weapon. I'm here to get the letters, which will give me a weapon through that. But I'm not seeing any letters. They are pretty rare, I suppose. Let's lay down. Get our stamina back. Because those guys take a lot of hits to kill. Let's see, we'll put these in a separate bag just so they don't crowd up our inventory and we can just sell them all at once. This we need to salvage. There we go. We can probably put this in a separate bag too. And there's our potions. Nice. If only I had the augmentation that made laying down more effective. Most important augmentation in the game, if you ask me. Or you could just, you know, have cooking, or lots of potions, or life magic. Laying down is probably one of the least effective ways of getting stamina back out in the entire game, but it's the cheapest, so that's what I do. I mean, I know these guys are still, like, not double my level now. They're only 80 and I'm 50, almost 52. There we go. So yeah, they're not double my level. They're just close to double my level. So they should be easy, right? Ow, crits. And let's see, I don't remember. Ooh. Does cold do well again? I don't know if cold does well against these guys. But I can certainly try. Because that is a really good weapon. From, you know, first glance. Okay, well it has 12 buffed and this is 12 base, but it does do a lot of damage. Alright, cold is certainly not as effective. But still very, very good two-handed weapon. I'll keep it. I have a lot of weapons in my inventory. Need to sort these at some point. Let's go up. I've never really gone up before in here. Oh, that's probably because there's nothing up here. Okay. That would explain it. So we'll go down and run into a corner so that the enemies don't gang up on us as much. And you remember what button loot next unopened corpse is. Alright, we're up to 17 Tuskers out of 500. Make that 18. This is going great. Let's see, do I have... I do not. Okay, so I think I'll need to figure out which part of the Explorer armor gives me two-handed aptitude, so I can get that first and then beat these things hopefully a bit easier. Because yeah, it's difficult to kill something when you can't really hit it effectively. No notes. I mean, last time we certainly saw evidence of that by me not being able to hit the skeleton guy last time. It was very difficult to actually beat him. Turns out you need to hit enemies to kill them. Who would have known? Electrical. I'm getting so many good, like, single target two-handers. I want cleave. Might as well pick up more healing kits. Let's see, what do the pants give? Armor self 3, okay. Ooh. Whoa, 270 arcane lore requirement. I cannot wield these for a long time. You see, that's why I specialized arcane lore, so maybe someday, once I'm like level 150, I can actually wield them. $28. Let's see how many kills it takes to find one gold letter. And then I need... Is it 9? I think it might be 9 gold letters we need for the armor. And then 1 gold letter for the weapon. So 10 gold letters overall, 500 Tuskers. Hopefully the math works out. And since I'm on my very own server, I don't have to worry about enemies, or I don't have to worry about people coming in here looking to get the Tusker Tusk and me being in their way because I'm farming the kills. One of the perks of having your own isolated server. Okay, we're almost running low on stamina again. So let's clear out this room and then just hide in the corner and rest. Ow. Already? Like the first hit. That's just unfair. It's also dangerous because there's so many Tuskers around, it overloads the audio. And so you can't always even hear when you get like that. I just got crit and I didn't hear it at all. So there's no auditory cue that I'm practically dead. Alright, that's 36. We'll drink a potion because we're out of stamina. And we'll keep fighting. But luckily, even though Dark Souls 3 wasn't working, at least this game still works. And I could probably stream this game for like 3 or 4 months on end without getting bored of it, so I mean, I probably won't do that, you know. I'll play it here and there, but not that many months in a row, but certainly it's nice to have it as a backup. Still weird to me though. That's greater, moderate. There we go. Healing kits. And we wait for his stamina to come back. We have killed 38. 0 lucky gold letters. But oh no. Why they have to interrupt my nap? There's that. That's turquoise, not aquamarine. Which one of these? I really need to remember which button the open next unopened corpse I set it to. Cause I don't remember. Let me. Can I check that? Configure keyboard. Good. Okay, so I can't attack. I can move while in that menu, but I cannot attack while in that menu. And they managed to surround me. I don't know how they do that every time. Okay, so that's dead. Let's see. It's none of these. It would be combat. Nope. UI. Here it is. Use next unopened corpse is insert. Okay. Is that all of them? No, it's still this one. And that's an aquamarine. Okay. That should be all of them. All the unopened corpses. Maybe, let's see. Yep, that was it. Now we need to lay down again. In the corner. Because stamina doesn't grow on trees, apparently. And we don't even have XP to spend. I mean, we do, but... And this guy spawned right here. It just won't let me have a second of peace and quiet. And I'm pretty sure 2 things spawn in here, so the other one will probably be spawning momentarily, and then it's going to interrupt me as well, but that's fine. We're 47 guards in. 0 of the notes we need, because this is a scarlet red letter, not a lucky gold letter, so it doesn't help us none. We can salvage. Our favorite pastime. There we go. And there's the other one. Okay. And more have respawned. That's kind of the issue, is if you don't kill them fast enough, you end up being stuck in one room where they just keep spawning faster than you're able to kill them. But I suppose I need hundreds of them, so an abundance of enemies isn't exactly an issue. Oh, and our healing kit ran out. Really good that I figured that out outside of combat rather than in combat. There we go. More enemies. Why are you behind him? I do not appreciate it. Oh, we can, while we're doing all this fighting and waiting, we can do math. So let's see, divided by 3, 1/3 of 1 million would be 333,000. So 666,000 for 2 million cost. And these are not nearly that high. Oh, hi. So we need to get each of these to 666,000 cost to make them efficient. We need efficiency. And I may or may not finish the entire Tusker quest today. Depends on how fast it goes. It is quite a long quest. Especially for someone who can't kill these things necessarily efficiently. Seeing as how they evade me 50% of the time, if not more. much XP do I get per one? Let's see. What was that? 30,000? 32,000. I think that's about how much they give. It's not bad. Not great, but not bad. No notes. Very unfortunate. Let's just lie down. Get some shut-eye. Get our stamina back once more. Or I could just start drinking potions. I mean, they're really not all that expensive. So I should probably just start getting some potions. Or, you know, just use the potions that I already have. Yeah. Because just sitting around waiting for stamina to come back is really lowering the time efficiency of the situation. And we're already up to 60 guards. That's, you know, 60% of 1/5 of our overall goal. Which, you know, means pretty much nothing, but... And we got... are they stuck? They're stuck. That's just great. Can't even fight them in the corner. I don't know. Who's... who's even the one that's close enough? It's hard to tell. They just keep teleporting. This guy's actually here, though. Yeah, no matter how lagless the server is, the game itself is just has a hard time figuring out who's supposed to be in front. Ow. How do they evade me so much, even with unbalancing blow on them? That's just unfair. I should probably wait on looting until they're all dead. Most likely. Okay. Then we'll just use use next unopened corpse and just speed through all these. Okay, that was the last one, it looks like. And no letters still. Let's drink some potions. Get our stamina back. And get back in there. Because those potions are... I mean, they cost money, but they're also kind of dirt cheap. So, we can just kind of use them. And pretty soon, you know, cosmically pretty soon, we're going to be getting cooking. And then we can just have unlimited rations. Which I think are pretty money efficient. I mean, if these Tuskers are actually being an issue for me, the Ulthoi matron that I was thinking of killing this stream would have completely destroyed me. Ooh. Still no letters. Unfortunate. Bludgeoning protection 5. I could use that, but I don't have the arcane lore for it. But it's still pretty cheap. What bludgeoning protection do I have now? 2. I'll take it. But I think I'm still going to be focusing on strength and coordination, getting those up so I can use the better weapon. Let's see, what's this at? That's 316. But every 3 points of either strength or coordination, and I'll be getting... Ow. And I'll be getting 1 more point of this. What's that? Interesting. It requires 325. I don't have that. But that's pretty good. That would be better than this one is, I think. So we'll take it. I'll need to go through my inventory and sort out all my two-handed weapons, because I've just been picking up all the ones that are good for my level, and then not throwing away the old ones. So I probably have like 5 in there that I don't even need. Especially once I get the seasoned explorer weapon. That thing has resistance cleaving, so essentially it'll be better than anything else I could possibly ever use for this level. But it requires 325 skill, so I need to keep investing all my XP into it. Oh yeah, I need mana. Let's see. Well, that's just probably a bit of overkill. That. There we go. I'm in combat. I need to not get distracted on mana items while I'm trying to be fighting giant gorillas. Happens to the best of us, really. $83 Tuskers. Almost 1/5 of the way there. Which hasn't taken all that. It's been half an hour. Okay. Yeah, it's taken a while. Man, it's been half an hour already. That is weird. It hasn't felt like it. I guess time flies when you're killing a bunch of Tuskers. Which I don't think is how the saying goes, but it is now. Still 316. Yeah, Tuskers are always super buggy. I think it's partially because of the way that they move. They kind of set them up so that they run really quickly, and then when they try to stop, they kind of slide. And that slide at the end is what really gets you in trouble. Wait, I need to do salvaging. First you with you, then you. That's it. But yeah, that slide, it bugs the movement mechanic, because you see, like, At first it looked like he couldn't fit past here, and then he just teleported over to the other side of the room. And that can happen even if there's literally not enough space for them to squeeze past you and they would be blocked. They just teleport to the other side of you. It's complete BS. And, I mean, it doesn't really matter here all that much, but on Dekaru Tide, where all the enemies can backstab you, and Tuskers especially do a ton of damage if they crit, it is very stressful fighting Tuskers, because they can just teleport behind you and then hit you and one-shot you with a crit because of the backstab bonus. It's scary. And it gives me anxiety whenever I'm fighting Tuskers now that they're just gonna teleport behind me and destroy me. Not in a weird way. Gold, nope. Anyone want to drop gold? Nope. No? Okay. Unfortunate. Let's run into here. We always need to be sitting in a corner, because then obviously the fewest number of enemies can hit me if I'm standing in a random corner. Ooh, that's a better lockpick. I already have plenty of uses on my other lockpicks. We'll pass it by for now. We'll get better lockpicks later. Maybe even go for those jeweled lockpicks that you need to do a certain quest for. Those are fun. Yeah, if I get unlucky and these guys just get a few good crits in a row, I'm dead. I'm just entirely dead. I've killed about 100 in 40 minutes. And let's assume that the first few minutes were just getting to this point, getting set up. So I would say that I could probably kill 100 Tuskers per half hour at optimal efficiency with this character. So to kill 500, that's just half an hour times 5. So 2.5 hours to beat this whole quest. That's not bad. Although there's not a ton to comment on in this singular Tusker dungeon, so I'm gonna need to figure out what to say for the next, 2 hours or so. But that'll be fine. I'm usually good at figuring out stuff to monologue about. Every time. You just crit me with their first hit. Let's see, we can get more coordination. Nice. Attack the Tusker. And now that's up to 317. We're very close. Well, hopefully this Tusker guard kill task will give a lot of XP and I can... Because I don't remember exactly how much it's supposed to give. But whatever it's supposed to give would be doubled because, and double quest XP and all that. Is he in the front? He's in the front, back? He's in the back. Okay, I chose wrong. Just because they look like they're in the front, they may indeed be in the back. Then you try to attack them, and you run way into the enemy lines, and then you get surrounded, and then you die. It's a sad story. But we just gotta keep killing Tuskers, and someday we will escape this quest. And then what should I do after this quest? I could just do more dailies. You know, go through the tusks and pincers again. Because I think all of those are off cooldown by now. Especially by the time I finish the quest, they'll be off cooldown. Especially if I don't finish this quest in this stream. Because by tomorrow, they would certainly be off cooldown. Let's drink another potion. But I would like to have as little overlap as possible with the quests. So perhaps I forego the pincers and tusks and do Asheron's raiment, maybe? Just the first one? I don't really know. I think that's a 20 plus thing, right? If so, I would probably be able to do that. A lightning great axe. Defender, blood drinker, swift killer. All the stuff we need. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll take it. Might be good later if we're needing to fight some Lugians. You know, it is kind of funny watching other people play this game because there's so many different ways that people pronounce things. Like, there's this one dude that I was watching a while back, and he would say, like, Samnar instead of Sanamar, and I forget what else he said. Yeah, I forget what else he would call things, but we'd also say, like, Lugian instead of Lugian. It's a Lugian. And it's like, I could see how it would be pronounced like that, certainly. But since there's no, like, voice lines in the game, I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. Because I just, you know, I learned the pronunciations from my dad, who, you know, showed me the game, and he always just said Lugian. So, to me, it's a Lugian. Alright, this will be 120, which means we're 1/5 of the way to being 2/5 of the way done with the quest. Approximately. Maybe I should have my background music on with this, because there's really not a lot going on here. We're just killing Tuskers. Having some background music might make it a bit less dull. Who knows? I kind of wish that I could look stuff up while fighting, but that's a bit more multitasking than I am comfortable doing, while these guys can still crit me for 40 damage. Especially because they, as we talked about, the enemies kind of override every other sound happening, so you kind of end up in a bad situation where if you're not paying attention, you might not hear that your character even got hurt, and then you die without even knowing. which is what you want to avoid. You know, dying is usually not the preferable situation. Let's see, piercing protection. I've still not gotten a single, I mean, what was that, 128? No, 131, that was it. So we're 132 Tuskers in, and I've not found a single lucky gold letter. I need 10 of them. So I might end up being here a bit longer than I even originally anticipated. Which would, that would kind of suck. Another pike. Eh. Another pike. Major bloodthirst. But 325, yeah. I mean, major bloodthirst is good, isn't it? Yeah, by 4 points, so that's 20 extra points of damage on top of this. And it's got... oh, but it doesn't have defender. Yeah, not great. It needs defender so I can not die. Okay, guess that was it. Yeah, we gotta salvage and throw things in the other pack. All the exciting. There's not really any more space in the other packs. Okay. Well, we're just gonna stick with that then. I might need to go sell in the middle of this, because if not, what's this money doing here? It's supposed to be in that pack. Okay. If we don't sell in the middle of this, our inventory might just get filled up with all those summoning things. What are they called? Essences? Yeah, summoning essences. What the heck is happening? Where are they? How'd that guy... oh, he's actually on the other side over here, okay. I thought he somehow got through the group and then was running in this direction somehow. It's not making any sense. Alright, 138. Man, if only I had like a major Atlan weapon for this. Now that would make my life very easy. But those weapons take a lot of farming, so I certainly won't be having one of those anytime soon. But I hope I find a good fix to the Dark Souls 3 problem. Because I mean, if it's having issues with Dark Souls 3, it's certainly gonna be having issues with Elden Ring when I finally get around to that game. Lucky gold letter? Anyone? Anyone? Yeah, I'll take a stamina potion. Okay, now it's all the enemies. Okay. Looting done. Back to fighting. I need more stamina. I can't hit this guy at all. What the heck? I need to drink some potions. And is there anything else? Yeah, that was it. Okay. If only I had backstab. Though, as a melee, you don't really get to backstab things very often, unless you're playing with someone else. Because enemies are usually rather prompt about turning around to face you. Or, of course, I could get deception plus backstab, and then I would sometimes get the backstab bonus from the front because I deceive them, but that's not exactly... It doesn't exactly fit into the rest of the build that I'm doing. Ow. There's a lot of hits. Alright, 151 Tusker guards done. We're halfway to 2/5. What's this up to now? 318 out of 325. Did I loot all these? Yeah, I did. But at least I have no latency, so I can actually run through the enemies. Because if you have a high latency type connection to the server, you end up like thinking you ran through the enemy, but then the server's like, nah man, you didn't run through that enemy, you were stopped. So it teleports you back into the middle of the group of the enemies. And it does that like over and over and over. You can't escape. Then you die because it like trapped you surrounded by enemies. So that's one of the reasons why I play on my own server. No lag, no latency, no rubber banding. Everything costs way too much arcane lore. You know what would be interesting is if you had a system with, instead of just having an arcane lore requirement, it actually like, your arcane lore skill was a pool of arcane lore you could use, and then like every item takes from that pool. Like, oh, this item costs 10 arcane lore to use, and then you put it on and it like suppresses the amount of arcane lore by 10. I don't know, it would be a completely different system, but it would be kind of cool. I really need to just stop picking up all these essences. There's too many. Oh, come on. There's gotta be more guys I haven't looted, right? Did I loot all these? I did. Sad. Okay. Moving on. Ow. Once again, got hit with the silent crit. Not a good position to be in. 166. Certainly, I think my estimation of the amount of time it would take is a bit off, seeing as how I'm almost an hour into the stream now, and I'm not exactly all that close to 200 Tuskers. So it might take a little over 2.5 hours overall to beat the quest. Of course, if I had a weapon that could actually cleave, that might be a different story. But the only good weapon I could use for that requires 325 skill, which I still do not have. Let's see, let's lie down. Hope nothing respawns on top of us. Coordination. Yep, 319. So close. Just 6 more points, which means, well, 6 times 3 is 18. Only 18 more attribute increases. Woo. Well, I doubt I'll be able to increase my attributes 18 more times before they reach the critical mass where it would be more efficient just to upgrade the skill itself again, which would happen right around 666 cost. So we'll just be waiting for that. Or me finishing this quest, whichever one comes first. A lot of Tuskers. I got the whole dungeon to myself, so we can stay here as long as is needed. Man, they're really stingy when it comes to giving me the letters. Like, I've gotten unlucky with the letter drops before, but never this unlucky. I mean, I've killed 175 of them and gotten 0 letters whatsoever. That is, I mean, it's not unheard of, but it is certainly unlucky. I wonder how slashing will do against these things. Ooh. Yeah, why do you have to have such a high arcing lore? But acid and piercing protection 5 on one thing. I think that's equivalent to this. No, this has... No, yeah, it's equivalent to this. But this actually has a reasonable arcane lore requirement, so we'll keep that. But at least I'm not just trying to get the letters, and I'm doing a kill task while here. So even if they don't drop them, it's not wasted time to keep killing them over and over. It would be nice if I could get one, even just one letter. Then I can get the, I think it's the girth, maybe the chest piece. That gives you, it gives you two-handed combat mastery. Or of course if I just get enough XP and get my weapon skill to 325, then I could just get the weapon, and that also has two-handed mastery on it, I'm fairly certain. And that'll make it easier to hit things. Also, it'd have higher attack skill bonus percentage on the weapon, because I think the weapon has like 26% bonus attack skill, and this has 9%. So that would be a significant increase. Gold letter. My inventory is probably very full. I have a lot of these. If only I could turn money into XP. Though maybe you could? No, I don't think so. And even if you could, it's probably not all that efficient at all. Oh, but here's an idea. It's a pretty good idea, I think. Because I do have enough creature enchantments, so I could go and get two-handed mastery spell, cast that on myself, and that'll make it so I can hit these things more efficiently. So that's kind of a big detour just for like a 20-point bonus, which would help, but not fully get rid of the issue. I did loot everything over there, right? I think so. Oh, we're almost up to 200 Tuskers slain. Taking a lot of damage. And I suppose if I don't kill all 500 Tuskers today, then the name of the stream would be a bit deceptive, wouldn't it? Because it does say being up 500 Tuskers. So maybe I just have to finish it this stream. Locked myself into a vocal contract, as it were. And my healing kit ran out. You know, I kind of wish there was like an alarm that sounded whenever your healing kit runs out, because I always forget to check. That, I don't know, I don't think it's gotten me killed all that many times, but it's certainly put me in danger. Letters. So another scarlet red letter. I don't need those. Hmm. Well, let me see. Okay, so if I were to get, like, use the Scarlet Red letter to get the Great Axe. Would that... Yeah, so if I go for the Amateur Explorer Great Axe, that would still have resistance, cleaving, slashing, it would still have all the good stuff. Oh, but it's still 325 base two-handed to use. Not good. Alright, so that wouldn't help me at all. I just need to wait until I find the golden letters. I have 4 red letters and no golden ones. Pretty bad luck. You keep picking these up for money. Salvage this. I wonder if the issue with Dark Souls 3 was maybe my graphics card? Like, was I just overworking, like, the video card or something? Because, I mean, maybe streaming and all the, like, encoding and stuff uses the graphics card heavily, I'm not sure. I don't know these things. Alright, 53. Do I have more XP? I do. Okay, so that's probably as high as I'll raise the strength. Still at 319. Skill. Is a slow process. It'd probably be faster if I went and did some other quest. Maybe that's what I should do. Ow, what's hitting me? Is it a ghost enemy again? Okay, let's skim through all the corpses here. Just to make sure none of them dropped golden letters. Okay. And then we're gonna teleport back to... Wait, I could go and grab the tusk from here. At the very least, just because I might as well while I'm in the dungeon. This is the guy that has the tusk. Oh. Alright, and then we just teleport back to Aphis Lassel. Turn in that tusk. Then we need to sell, turn in all those Scarlet Red letters. And then I can do Enrico's Betrayal. I should probably just lifestone, like set my lifestone in Iraq. I always go there anyways. Let's see, let's raise coordination. Yeah, up to there. That brings us up to 321. Now we just need to raise this directly. So 322, as it says right there. Almost there. If I do Enrico's Betrayal, I might get enough XP. And then with 325 skill, I could use this, which will do a lot more damage, have a bit more defense, offense, all that, and attack skill modifier definitely will be much higher. So we will want to do that. I'll keep this, keep this, keep this, and keep all of these. Other than maybe the Arbalist, but I don't think he'll actually buy that. And then we'll sell these and these. And we don't want to sell the salvage, probably. There we go. Sell the peas. There it is. And we have enough. Can I sell this too? Why didn't the other guy want it? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Trade notes. We could start stocking up on trade notes, though I don't know which type of trade note is most efficient. Probably just MMDs. We need to consolidate all this cash somehow. Because yeah, then that turns an entire sack full of Hyreals into just some little pieces of paper that I can have in the last pack. And I need to still sell this. There we go. That's probably it for now. So we turned in... Yeah, we turned in the red letters. So let's go do Enrico's Betrayal, which means we need to go to Greenspire. Alright. The portal's destroyed, I forget. I'm so used to Decarutide, where it's just... You just turn around and go through that portal, and there you are. Okay, that's the Annex. Alright. Greenspire. And I hope it's not Bluespire. It's either Greenspire or Bluespire. No, it's Greenspire. It has to be, because Bluespire is the one that has the portal to Ahuranga. Or however you say that place. Greenspire is the one with the tower. And you talk to this dude. I know not where your loyalties lie, but if you seek no more than coin, I have a task for you. There are 3 letters scattered about this isle that once belonged to me. I would have them in my possession once again, but I am unable to task any of my soldiers with this mission. I must instead turn to mercenaries such as yourself. The job is simple. Travel to the lair of eviscerators, the small hive, and the breached hive. Within each of these dungeons will be a note. Find those notes and return them to me. But you must exercise discretion in this task. These letters are dear to me. Do not read them. Do you understand? Simply pick them up and bring them back to me. That's a bit fishy. You know, the guy specifically saying do not read the notes kinda makes me think he's doing something shady. But I'll certainly go to the lair of eviscerators and get your little note. We also need to be on the lookout for a place. The small hive. Oh, I already have one. Nice. Because the breached hive and the lair of eviscerators are both set landscape portals, and they never move. But the small hive is a like randomly spawning landscape portal, and so we need to make sure we have that on the Verindi sense, which will pick it up if I ever run nearby one. Because that one's the hardest one to find. I usually find it on the way to the breached hive. Generally not on the way to the lair of the eviscerators. But the Eviscerators are gonna be fun, as their name would imply. You know, they're just great at parties, really. But piercing damage should do pretty well against them. I mean, I've always wondered if, because bludgeoning works against all Ulthoi. I'm trying to figure out if piercing works well against the bigger Ulthoi, but not as well against the spindly-looking Ulthoi. I mean, it makes sense. You can't really stab it as easily as with the thicker ones. But we'll see how it goes. We are over 50 now, so we can go in the portal. Oh, and these guys are high enough level that they could drop. They could certainly drop level 80 notes. Because the red letters and the gold letters, those aren't exactly a Tusker thing. Those are just any level 80 enemy can drop those notes. Ooh. I still don't know how to pronounce. Is it Ichor or Ichor? I've heard it both ways. I'm not exactly sure which one is the technically correct way of saying it. Okay, these guys are a bit spooky. Okay, I might not be able to get the pincer here. These guys do a lot of damage. That guy's stuck. He shouldn't be stuck. Why is he stuck? Hopefully I can open doors. Why is this guy just running against the wall and not opening the door? There he goes. I guess he was running into the wall and didn't actually impact the door, so the AI didn't think to open it. Very weird. Alright, well it is workable. I can kill them if it's like a one-on-one type situation. Okay, he's just not even aggroing on me. Hey, dude. $77 slashing damage. That is way more than the Tuskers do. Oh, and they can do piercing damage too. Yeah, those are dangerous, but we got one note. Should I attempt? Should I attempt? I mean, it would be really nice to get that pincer. Very, very, very nice. So we can try and just use our instant portal gem if anything goes wrong. But I'm not fighting my way through because these things are like dangerous individually. So I think the only way I'm gonna be getting through here is if I just run to the end and then hide in a corner. You know, just get to the final room, hide in a corner, only fight like one or two at a time. And just hope that they leave me alone. But as long as I don't get one shot, I can use my instant portal gem and get out. Of course, as long as I don't get one shot is quite a scary stipulation. Because that implies that that's an option. And it very much is. Hide behind this corner, get back to full health, just in case. Every point of health counts. Ow. I need to get through all this. And we're out. Okay, we got the note. That'll have to be good enough for now. Because I got really low health, and I wasn't about to stop to try to heal. Okay, we got the note. That's great. That's fantastic. Let's go get the other note. Well, one other note. But that might... I think the Breached Hive has eaters. Those things are even scarier than Ulthoi by about 2 times. We'll just need to hope our running skills are good enough to just... Oh, this is the Tusker place. We don't need to go to Tuskers. Let's just hope we can run fast enough that those eaters only get a few bites in. Because they certainly can one-shot you. Especially because I don't have very good armor. Like, at all. I mean, I got my main, like, my chest piece from a freaking level 10 facility hub quest. I am not set up to be fighting level 80 eaters. But you end up in weird situations when you're trying to continually do higher and higher level quests. And try not to repeat dailies as much as possible. But I think the notes give a lot of XP, so if I can get all 3 notes, I should maybe be able to get enough of this skill to wield my better weapons, and then I can use my fire sword to take out the Tuskers, and then we can finish that quest faster. And no, I don't know if it would be faster to have just stayed in the Tusker place in the first place, but it probably would have. It's probably a huge waste of time to be going through all this effort just to be able to wield a better weapon that will slightly increase the speed at which I'm burning through those Tuskers. But at least this gives some variety. Okay, get back to full health. Now in here, this is the dungeon that I always get lost in. I have my map up, so hopefully I won't get lost, but oh gosh, get out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. I need to not die. That's what I need to do. It's very important, imperative that I do not do the dying. Right, get out of here. Stop. I said no eaters. Of course. I'm getting out of there. Yeah, so, you see what I mean? By eaters being, notably harder than even Ulthoi? Because that did 2 attacks in 1 attack, timer, and it did about 100 damage in the 1-2 combo. That's way more damage than my current health pool can sustain. So let's do something else. Let's see, what other quests are there? Well, I can go turn in the first letter, because I already got this first letter. That gives us an MMD, some potions, and I think 5 million XP? Ooh, but if it gets doubled, maybe that's 10 million. Probably not. I'm probably remembering the doubled number. But who knows? We'll see. We'll see how much it says it gives. And that'll definitely level me. And then we go to Moorsman. Moorsman would be pretty easy. 5 mil, yeah, so that was the doubled number that I was thinking of. Let's see, if we're fighting Moorsman, and certainly a nice frost weapon is in order. And then we need to go to Red Spire for the first one. We're 1 point away. Just a little more XP and we would be there. So we really just need to do the first of the Moorsman quests. And that should be enough XP to get us to that next level and equip our fire sword, and then everything else is history. Just like the Tuskers will be. Yeah, so we're heading to the Moorsman Fort way off the coast of Red Spire. Not off the coast, away from the town on the coast of Red Spire. But if we get to the point where we can easily kill those Tuskers, then we can farm up as many of those lucky gold letters as I need, which is 10. I need 10 of them. That's what's really important, because we need that armor. Because I think the next set of armor that I'm getting is the ancient armor. And that armor is not easy to get at all. So this armor needs to be very good to last me a very long time. It's nice to be able to kill things quickly again. Alright, now one of these guys will drop a key. There it is. And I guess I might as well do the interior of this as well while I'm here. And actually, pretty much the only direct change I made to the game world on this server is inside of these areas. Because these tunnels didn't used to have any, like, surface portal. So I added them in because it was very annoying going through and doing these Moorsman Tunnel quests daily, when after each and every one you had to run all the way back. So I just made it more, you know, convenient. Added some portals in. Which, I mean, honestly, they should have already had portals to the surface built into them already, but I don't know why they didn't. Good old jumping puzzles. This game, like the late game of this game, is full of jumping puzzles. And luckily, with no lag, the jumping puzzles are actually a lot easier. But I mean, easier does not mean easy. Any stretch of the imagination. And the reason why I don't just try to jump past these guys is that the mechanics when it comes to jumping, like the physics behind it, is really finicky. And so you'll actually like bounce off of an enemy. If there's an enemy there that has like a hitbox, you'll just kind of run into them and bounce off. And then you'll fall down and have to restart the entire dungeon. So I prefer not to restart dungeons, you know. So yeah, in every one of these dungeons, right down in the middle of this main room, I just put a portal back to the town that the fort is nearest to. It makes things a lot faster. Alright, now for this guy. So this is a pretty good weapon, but would piercing do better? Minor invulnerability. That'd be good. Yeah, let's go for piercing. Because this guy is always 80. Okay, I got bleeding assault. Now let's hit down. Unbalancing assault. Go back up. Just keep cycling. Yeah, this isn't doing a lot of damage to him. But it's doing enough. I'm quite lucky that this isn't a version of him that has spells. Because I'm pretty sure the later versions have spells. Alright, and that's all we need. Then we just jump out the portal. Then we're back to Red Spire. Where we can turn the egg in Red Spire. I think you turn the note in Maoi. Alright. And I think that, yep, that's enough for our final point there. Let's check out this. Yeah, that's a lot better. Good attack skill, good melee defense, 20 to 40 fire damage. All very nice. I mean, it's actually fire damage. Which is, as far as I know, the best element against Tuskers. So I should be doing significantly better, especially because it can actually cleave. I'll be doing significantly more damage against these Tuskers. We'll still go turn in this note. Because why not? And the guy's out here. Or no, wait. That's the guy that takes the egg. This is the guy that takes the note. There we go. Well, back to Tuskers. We just love fighting Tuskers, don't we? I don't even know what to spend my XP on now. Tuskers this way. And Tusker Barracks. I suppose we should... Yeah, upping the quickness to go with the coordination. Gives us more melee defense. Which we need more melee defense so we don't get utterly destroyed by these Tuskers. Because even though we're doing more damage, we're still liable for getting absolutely destroyed by their attacks. That's a bit faster. That's a lot faster. Nice. See, it was totally worth it to go on that. See, and now it's giving me letters. Very, very much worth it to go on that entire... I don't even know what that would be called. An escapade? A bunny trail? Distraction? It was worth it though. Now they give gold letters. Because I could have given gold letters before, but yeah, it's fine. But less hits to kill them means I take less damage. Less damage and less attacks means I conserve more stamina. Conserving stamina means that I don't need to use as many potions. And it's all efficiency. We like efficiency around here. That's 1 out of 10. Not bad. It kind of sucks that I do more damage attacking low. Because, I mean, while unbalancing blow is nice, I would kind of prefer to attack them high. And get the traumatic blow. Or blinding blow. I don't know which one it is. I think it's blinding blow. That makes it so they hit me less. Because I can already hit them now pretty effectively. So I don't really need to get unbalancing blow on them. But now I kind of want them to all group up. Because the more of them there are, the more efficient my weapon is. $229. They still hit me every so often. Do a lot of damage. Because, I mean, I don't have the armor yet, so... Let's scan them for goodies. I just keep picking up the essences. I really should stop. I mean, they're good money, but they take a long time to just pick up all 500 of them that drop all the time. There's 241. So we're almost halfway there. Once we get to 250, that is the halfway mark. Yeah, it certainly appears that I do more damage attacking low than even medium. I'm assuming it's because they have a lot of chest armor, and if you attack high, you might hit the chest. If you attack medium, you hit the chest. And thus, it's hitting higher armor value pieces of the enemy. But still kind of shaky on the exact details of how that works. Only one more. There we go. 250 out of 500. Officially halfway there. Though halfway is a long way from being done. Oh, we're going... I wouldn't even say twice as fast. We're probably going like 5 times as fast as we were previously. Of course, these Tuskers don't want to stand next to each other so I can actually hit them. Because they keep sliding everywhere. Like freaking Mario. No lucky gold letters. Now, even though I just got this fire sword working, I am wondering if it would be worth it to leave and get the slashing sword. Because that's the sword, or not slashing sword, it's axe. Because I could use the gold letter to get the slash-rended axe, or resistance cleaving slashing, because they're different. And with that, I might be able to kill them even faster. Maybe. But I'm already killing them fast enough that it's like, would it really be worth interrupting what's happening here just to go do that? Especially because it would probably be more efficient to start looking for all the stamps for the letters once I actually have all 10 letters. But it's going to take a long time to get 10 letters at this rate. But you gotta love the cleave. $270 killed. Almost to 300. But you know, the number of enemies killed is actually shared within a group. So if I was on a populated server, what you do is you get like into a group with a bunch of other people in here and completely can finish the quest in like half hour. You just have like, well, maybe not half an hour, because you are still limited by the number of enemies in the dungeon itself, but you can certainly do it like 5 or 6 times faster with 5 or 6 people in the group. Because then you just completely like keep the entire dungeon clear of enemies. And you can kill them as soon as they respawn every single time. It's efficient. Give me the letters. I know you have them. Let's see, any of these I missed? Nope. Okay. 281, 282, and 283. Red letter. So many red letters. I actually, you know, they're called lucky gold letters, so that kind of has the connotation that they're rarer than the scarlet red letters, but I don't know if that's the case. I kind of think they have like the same drop rate, they're just, they either drop a gold letter or a red letter, but I could be wrong. I just know sometimes you can find a lot of gold letters in a row. Yeah, that was a good group of enemies for gold letters. Because I got one. That's 2 out of 10. If we stay at that rate, we will actually find all 10 by the end of the kill task. Another scarlet one. Black garnet. And okay, maybe the scarlet ones are more common. Just maybe, because we do have 4 of these and 2 of these, so that could just be me getting unlucky. You know, it's perfectly possible that they could have the same drop rate and I'm just not getting lucky with it. Oh. Yeah, I'm starting to make loops around the entire dungeon and the enemies not being fully respawned. Because I can actually kill them at a decent rate. Interesting. Yeah, these Tuskers are all over the place. You know, half my brain keeps getting like it's like I keep getting excited at the sight of the stamina potions because they're yellow and I'm looking for the golden letters, so it's like my brain's like, ooh, golden letter. It's like, no, that's just a potion. It's always just a potion. But I do need all this money because eventually I would like to buy a mansion. Because normally you need to have a certain allegiance rank in order to buy a mansion, but that is one of the changeable settings on your own server. So I made it so that you don't need an allegiance rank in order to buy a mansion. So my character can actually do it. So someday, once we have millions of Pyreals, we can go and buy a mansion. And we're gonna need what is it, like 20 golden Brahmanes and a bunch of different like trophies. How do you even get golden Brahmanes other than from gambling? I don't know. I think there's a quest they're associated with, but I'll need to look into that and figure out exactly how you do it. Because those mansions are crazy expensive. Ooh, and I'll need writs of refuge. I should probably start farming those as soon as I can. Because I might need like 20 of those in order to buy the mansion. But the bonus of a mansion, as opposed to like any other type of house essentially, is that buff items, well, I think villas you can use buff items in depending on certain circumstances, but all I know is that if you put buff items and portal items up in mansions, then you can actually activate them from the wall hook. So I just need to get the mansion and then get all those portal items, and then I will have access to the entire world. And a bunch of like unique self buffs from the self buffing items, like the head of the homunculus or whatever, and the little nifus thing, the wall nifus. Forget how you get that. But however it's done, I shall get it, and then I will have buff items for my entire account. I mean, normally, because it's up in a mansion, the entire allegiance would have access to it, but I don't have anyone else here, so it wouldn't really be affecting anyone but me. But all my characters on this account can teleport there and use them, so that would be quite nice. I also made it so all house hooks are usable, because normally they have like a limit on, oh, you can only use like 70% of all the hooks in the house or something. But I felt that was BS, you know? I paid for all the house hooks, I'm gonna use all the house hooks. I assume it was to, you know, stop lag and everything, but I don't need to worry about that, because I'm the only person here, so, you know, it's not like there's gonna be like 10 different houses all full of loot. It's just gonna be my house, and I want it as full of loot as I can possibly get it. And now, I know I upped my creature enchantment, because I was going to get those spells, but it costs a lot of money to learn those spells. So I was thinking I might hold off on getting those spells until I have higher creature enchantment to cast like level 7s or something. Because with this new armor that I'll be getting from these golden letters, I won't really need to cast my own buffs. At least for the time being. I should be fine with just what those give me. Let's heal up and continue. I'll actually go back up here. I haven't gone up here in a while, but I should be clearing all this out. Wow. Immediate crits. Not a fan. It's nice to have easy things to farm in the early game. You know, later on I'll be doing the, like way later on, I'll need to be doing the Relic Alderessa armor grind, which will just be amazing. I'm totally not gonna be very done with everything by the end of that. And I don't think there's a limit on how many of those you can like pick up and turn in per day. There might be, but I don't think there was. I ended up, last time I needed to grind that armor, I ended up just grinding 100 trophies per day, which was still, you know, a bit of a Herculean task, but I had to do it. But I don't think that was because the limit was 100 a day. I think it was just that 100 gave you one piece of armor, and I wanted to split up the collecting between multiple different days. Yeah, it definitely took a long time. Even getting one piece of the armor every day, it still took like a few weeks, or not a few weeks, probably a couple weeks to get the entire set, because it doesn't have anything in there to prevent you from getting the same piece of armor that you just got. So you could get like 5 chest pieces in a row, which would be quite unfortunate. It's all to the luck of the draw, how much farming you have to do. Well, that's 350 Tuskers. Very nice. That was a spadone. Decent. Not great, just decent. Okay. And we need more potions. Gotta keep that stamina up. But I think, okay. Ow. So you can get the Explorer armor from the lucky, or not the lucky red letter, the Scarlet red letters. But it's just kind of a lesser version of them, and it's not the preferable. But I think that I'm going to just get all the pieces of armor I can with through farming 500 of these guys, and then supplement the rest of the items with Scarlet red letter versions from my other characters, because I do have a full set of the, it's called the Amateur Explorer armor. The Seasoned Explorer armor is from the gold letters, but the Amateur armor is from the red letters. And the reason why I don't just send my set of Seasoned Explorer armor over to him is because it's attune bonded. So like, you can give the Amateur armor, not the Seasoned armor, which is quite unfortunate, because that means every character you want the Seasoned armor on, you need to farm up an entire new set for them. Although I do want to keep this character as isolated as possible, so I might just have to farm all the notes on this character. You know, keep it legit, not sending in a bunch of help from my other characters. Alright, 369. Meaning we're almost done. it's a bit mind-numbing at a certain point. I mean, when I was actually in like a bunch of danger fighting these things, and then it was like kind of keeping me alert by constantly threatening to get me killed. But at this point, it's like, is there really much danger? I mean, they could still hurt my character, but I kill them so quickly that it's like there's not a ton left for me to do. I just kind of sit here and loosely watch my health to make sure it's not, you know, getting low like it is now. Oh hey, I'm out of healing potion. There we go. See, even running out of a healing kit didn't make it exciting. It's just the same Tuskers. Although I don't know where, like, logically you're getting 500 Tusker guards. 'Cause there's probably only like, what, 40 maybe in the entire dungeon? And then I guess there's a bunch out in the wilderness, but you know, if they didn't just infinitely respawn in here, you'd kind of be fresh out of luck trying to find 500 of them. Still no more golden letters. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Because obviously there's nothing left in the game for me to speak of. I mean, I've been killing these guards for, well, I wouldn't say 2 hours straight. I've been killing them for maybe an hour and a half straight. It took a half-hour detour to go and do other quests so I can wield better weapons. But overall, I think if there's anything else to be spoken of in the entire game that would be applicable at this point, I've already said it, you know? So, tomorrow, Morgue streams, I think. Because I think tomorrow's, yeah, today's Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday. She streams on Wednesdays generally. So tomorrow should be a 4-hour stream, which means I'll either be playing a lot of this, which means in between streams I'll need to figure out what exactly I'm doing, and with that much time, hopefully I'll be able to do like a big quest, maybe not Gaerland Citadel, that place is tough. Or I might have figured out how to get Dark Souls 3 working, and then I could probably do like half of that game in 4 hours. Because I'm very much good at the Dark Souls 3. And you know, honestly, if you know exactly where you're going, it's not a long game. I could even maybe try to do Dancer early. Not that that would really do anything for me, but did I still have my Blackmore's favor? Yeah, I did. Because this character has never died yet. It should really have a yet at the end of that, because it's really just a matter of time until a stray acid bolt just sends me back to the life stone. Bound to happen one of these days. I'm just kind of skimming for gold letters at this point. But I should be going through and picking up all the items. Because I need money. Like millions of pyreals. And I need spells and spell components and foci. You know, you gotta sacrifice some convenience when money is on the line. I mean, I could even turn money into alternate currencies, because over in Sanamar there's a monster fighting arena, and basically you can bet on a certain monster, and if that monster wins, you get, I don't know, what do you get? Is it just a random alternate currency, or is it something specific? I don't remember. It might be promissory notes? But I remember it gives you alternative currency. I never actually won, because I think there's like 8 monsters, so, and they're all equally proficient. I don't think there's actually a better or worse choice when it comes to it. So it's really just a 1 in 8 chance every time you bet. And that is not, it's not great odds, really. Well, I suppose they could be worse. Alright. We're up to 420 Tuskers, which means we just need 80 more. And then we will be done. I'm very glad that I chose to get this weapon, because this has sped things up considerably. Do I even have more inventory space for all this? Yeah, I still got a bit more. But my main pack is completely full. I need to do some organization after this. And a lot of selling. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 letters overall. Though if I'm going to be using the scarlet letters to get amateur equipment, I would just send it from the other characters, because that armor doesn't just, you know, disappear after I outgrow it. I'll need to store it somewhere, and if I already have a full set just lying around, I don't really want to have any more than that. I mean, because I increased the amount of items you can put in a house chest, I thus far have not needed to make any mules, but eventually I will. You know, loot piles up, and we have no one else to give the loot to. You just need to make mules. And the issue with mules is, at least on Reef Cull, I had this issue where I started muling things really early, and so things that were really good at that level ended up sitting on a mule somewhere and rotting. And then by the time I find it again, out of like my dozen mules, I ended up being like 10 times the level that you're supposed to be for that item, and then it's no longer useful. So then you just have certain mules that are filled with outdated junk that you eventually need to go through. That's not very pleasant at all. So I'm trying to avoid that by just using the house chest. I don't need to keep logging on a bunch of different mules. I forget, do mansions... Well, I don't know if any of you know, but do mansions have 3 chests or 5? Because I've seen... No, wait, villas have 3 chests. So yeah, I think mansions have 5 chests. Which would be very nice, especially with the buffed capacity of each chest. I will have unlimited space. Because I believe what I did was I made it so that instead of... Oh, we're almost out of space. Instead of having 2 bag slots, each chest has like 8 or 10 bag slots. Because that's what they did on Decarutide, so I was like, it can't be that hard to implement. And it really wasn't. I just needed to change a certain file, and then... It was really easy, but... Oh, my equipment's low on mana. I should refill that. Let's see. 2,000 more mana. This has 2,000 more mana. My items are fully charged. Thank you. Easy as that. I need to pick up some more man items. Another lucky gold letter. My cup runneth over. Alright, and then we need to move these guys back here and move these up so that we can use our mana stones on them. Our mana stones are all the way down there. You know, normally I have my inventory taking up like the entire screen here, but it would get in the way of these on the overlay, so I had to cut the inventory panel down a bit, which is very unfortunate because I can't see nearly as much as I'm used to. I actually need to scroll to see the bottom of the inventory. See any more? Not really. Okay. I'm injured. I was not paying attention to that while managing the mana. Could have been bad. Could have been very bad. But luckily, you know, eventually I'll be able to get the ancient armor. I'm a bit scared though, because the ancient armor dungeons, last time I thought I was prepared for them, I very much was not. So I think this time I'm gonna like super over prepare, so I know that I can get through them. Gonna be like level 150 or something. Something crazy like that. Because I mean it's just a like 100 plus quest, but I need to be super prepared for it. But and even though the wiki says that they're not all soloable, the way I do it, they very much are soloable. And, you know, if something is truly unsoloable, I can always just bring a second account in, because I do have 2 accounts. So I could send in another character from the same account and rectify the situation by just controlling 2 characters at once. Because usually when something is like requires more than one player. It just means that, like, oh, you need one person on the inside to pull a lever, or someone on the outside to pull another lever, or something like that. So they literally just make it so you need to be in 2 places at once, which is pretty easy if you have 2 accounts. And everything else, you just solo it. You know, it's like in WoW. As long as you can be tank, DPS, and healer, you can solo pretty much anything. I remember in retail a while back, I was playing a shaman where I would just load them up with some heirlooms and then solo everything. So like I soloed Ragefire Chasm and every dungeon up until I think what ended up stopping me was what's the name of it? It's Blackrock Depths, I think. Yeah, so I got up to like mid 40s, high 30s, mid 40s, I think, somewhere in there, and managed to solo everything up to there. Because, you know, retail WoW is so easy, you just kind of need to find something, some kind of challenge to make it good again. Keep it interesting. I don't know why I keep picking these up. I'm like, I only got a few spaces left. How many left? 1. I have 1 inventory space left in my entire inventory. I might need to go back. Go back and sell. Because this is a bit ridiculous. But I think we have 4 lucky gold letters through, you know, all this. Yeah, because there's 2 here and 2 in here. So that's 4 lucky gold letters. We just need 6 more. But we've almost finished with all the Tusker guards as well. Let's see. Shopkeeper's in here. Don't want to sell the letters. For certain. You can sell the mana potions. I don't really need them right now. And just keep everything else. And sell all of these. Sell all of these. Sell all of these. Except for you, and you, and all these. And then sell that. There we go. This might... yeah, I didn't do it. Because I have no room in my main pack, so I need to do it slowly. Build up some space. That is a big issue with the game, is if you're trying to sell too much at once, it doesn't let you. Because you just don't have the space for all the money. Although I suppose I could... yeah, I suppose... I've never really done it before, but I think there is a way you can, like, barter. Maybe. Add to list. Can I do that? Because there's always a buying tab and a selling tab. And so I'm thinking, like, if you have a buying tab, something in the buying tab, like say I click on this and do add to list, and that's here. Can I barter? Like if I sell all? Nope. So I guess you can just get those separately. That's weird. I was assumed there was a way to mix them, but nope. Very unfortunate. There we go. This guy doesn't sell trade notes. Too many pyreals. Yeah, we're gonna need to find someone who sells trade notes and buy some of those, so we don't have as much pyreals sitting in our pockets. Let's see, where's the Archmage? Are they in this tower? They're probably in this tower. They're not in the tower. Where's the Archmage? Yeah, I don't know where anything is in Shoshi at all. I'm going back to Iraq. And I told myself that I would, you know, set my lifestone in Iraq, but I evidently didn't do that. Which is very annoying of me. But in the meantime, let's see. We can do some salvaging. Everyone's favorite part of the game. That's all that, and I think I had more. Yeah, I had another garnet in there, another aquamarine. I'll throw all these in there too. Okay. And then the garnet with the garnet, the aquamarine with the aquamarine. No, don't drop it. There we go. Then we can turn in all these red letters because we don't need them. We're not going for the amateur armor. We'll just go for the seasoned armor. There we go. 2 million XP for the 10 letters. Let's see what else? Oh yeah, we're gonna go to the Archmage, get some trade notes because we have a lot of money. Although we can only get one trade note. Let's see, trade notes. MMD. Stack that. I might need to do some like inventory sorting off camera because this is a bit of a mess. And we have a good amount of space now, but either way, let's get back and kill some more Tuskers. Because we only needed 30? I think we're at like 470 something, so at most 30 more Tuskers, and then we're out of there. Well, then we're done with the kill task, and then we need to start focusing on getting the letters or sending the armor over from other characters. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. It's just the letters, they're not dropping. Seven or 473. That's pretty close to 500. You know, I know it's probably very unlikely, but if I were to get the last 6 gold letters I need off of these last few Tuskers, that would be very, you know, very lucky. Very convenient. But I could always just farm them later. Because I think... Is the 500 kill task a daily? It might be a monthly thing. But if it's a daily thing, I could always come back and do it again. And that would, you know, doing the entire quest over again would certainly get me the letters I need. Nope. Okay. Up to 484. And we have like 2 minutes until 2.5 hour, the 2.5 hour mark. If I can kill up to the 500 Tuskers by the 2.5 hour mark, then my estimate of it taking about 2.5 hours to finish this entire quest would be approximately correct. Because even though I got sidetracked a few times, it would still be rather accurate. I mean, if there's 10 Tuskers here, then I certainly will finish it before 2.5 hours. There might not be 10 Tuskers in this group. I think there's only 5 Tuskers left, maybe 6. Yeah, I think we're gonna be 1 short. And we're gonna be 2 short. Okay, got 40 seconds. That's enough time to kill 1 more. And done. All 500. I'm just gonna leave right now. 500 Tuskers before 2.5 hours on the stream. Very nice. And now we need to go turn it in, get however much XP that gives us. I honestly do not remember. I mean, if it's some wimpy amount of XP, I'm gonna be a bit upset, because that is a long singular quest, and if they tell me to kill 500 enemies for just like 1,000,000 XP or something, that is ludicrous. But we'll see. What are we raising next? I don't know. Maybe melee defense? Magic defense? Maybe arcane lore. Do need a lot of arcane lore. But I'll deal with that some other time. It's always very stressful trying to spend all your XP at the higher levels. Because everything just costs so much. Ooh. 41 million XP. Now that is a worthwhile endeavor. Excellent. Now go contemplate what you've learned from fighting the Tusker guards. You may be able to apply these practices in various different types of combat with a great variety of creatures. And what if I talk to him again? Come back to me later. Yeah. So it is a daily quest. Yeesh. So I could do this again tomorrow. Wouldn't that just be delightful? Man, now we have a lot of XP to spend. I'll probably leave this here. I might like spend the XP and organize my bags off camera at some point, because that might take a minute. But either way, I'm gonna go. That was a lot of specifically killing Tuskers and not much else. So yeah, jump over to the ending screen. There it goes. Okay. well, I will be playing something tomorrow. If I can figure out the Dark Souls 2, then I will be playing that. If not, then I'll be playing more of this, most likely. Or something else, who knows. But I'll be playing stuff tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I think it still is. Okay. Goodbye.